welcome to TCT time! Yay! So we've got, as you can see, we've got Jake, we've got Paris.
Hey guys!
And we have a new member today, his name is John.
Hello.
Say hi, John.
Hi, John.
I kind of expected you to say that, that's perfect. Can you tell us about yourself a little bit?
Cool. So I'm John. I've lived in Japan for about 2 years or so now, and I'm originally from Bristol in the United Kingdom.
Awesome. And you work at
I work at Tokyo Creative.
Tokyo Creative as an engineer programmer guy?
Website man.
Sorry, I should probably know better. Website man.
On the card.
On the card.
Nice.
John, website man.
Very cool.
I would love a card like that.
Website.
girl.
Website man.
That's pretty cool.
Website girl?
Web girl.
I kind of am a web girl. I'm
Yeah.
on the web, so maybe that counts. Anyway, this should be a fun little group to talk with. It's almost New Year's. So I thought we could talk about what we're going to do for New Year's. Do you guys have any plans in Tokyo?
I have a plan that's like a lack of a plan, but that makes it a plan. Like,
That's a good
I have
plan.
an idea.
My plan is no
Yeah.
plan.
All right.
Are you going to be twitching the...
Yeah, I mean, I'll just call it streaming, but yeah.
Sorry, is that like a
No,
not
twitching, that's
thing
like
that
that's what my
people say?
mom says.
Oh, shit.
No, it's funny. People are laughing at it.
Showing your age.
Twitching.
People are probably laughing, but that's okay. You're learning.
This is like, am I like, did my age just show?
I didn't know that
I'm
either.
not that old, but I mean, I don't Twitch.
Same.
Okay.
I've never even looked at Twitch. I'm so
I
sorry.
want to though.
I'm twitching right now. Now, yeah, I'll be streaming, but I'm gonna be like probably just out in Shibuya with the massive hordes of people.
Yes.
Just having fun and like having some random new experiences with new friends. Hopefully we'll make that night and just go from there.
There's
Like,
normally a lot of people
it's
in Shibuya.
yeah. So I went last year. That was my first New Year's in Japan and my first year in Japan, and honestly, it was insane. Like just it's kind of like Halloween, if you know that. Where like they shut off all the major streets in Shibuya, and at midnight everyone gathers in the actual crossing and it's all shut down. And they have a countdown. I would suggest like not being in the middle of that because it was honestly way too crowded. I was kind of in the middle last time, but this time I'm gonna go outskirts because there's no point.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's just a lot of fun. I think a lot of people outside, it's drinking and having fun and
People go crazy
Yeah.
out there.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, people drink, and then I remember seeing people climbing up on, this parts of the station that come
No
from
way.
underground,
Yeah.
and they'll like
Right.
climb up onto the little roof
Yeah.
beds.
Oh my god.
People are insane out there, but
Well,
there are
when
so
they're
many
drinking.
people. Yeah, people. Anyone who's ever been to Shibuya at night knows that people just get wild.
Yeah.
If you've ever followed the Instagram account, Shibuya
Shibuya
Meltdown.
Meltdown,
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yes. Do you
Not
know it?
sponsored.
No, I
Fantastic.
haven't seen it.
It's great. We're not
haven't
like,
seen
I mean, I don't think you can even sponsor that account. I don't know. It's just like
Right.
an Instagram account of a bunch of people who have had too much drink and have passed out in various
Wow.
places on
Yeah.
the street.
I need to follow that on Instagram.
Another good one is Tokyo Sleepers.
Oh, I'm actually good.
It's people just falling asleep in train stations.
Oh
and
my
things.
god.
It's what the internet was made for.
Yeah, perfect.
They're entertaining. They fall asleep in all different positions. So probably the day after New Year's Day,
Mm-hmm.
after all that, it must be crazy in the morning.
Yeah, probably a bunch of zombies walking around. Probably I'll be one of them. What's cool in Japan, and I noticed this, I don't know if you know this, but like for Halloween as well, is like in the morning you'll start to see the people coming, volunteers picking up all the trash.
I noticed that on
There's
Halloween.
this trash samurai people like doing cool tricks, like picking up trash. I've seen
I
them.
saw
and, like,
that.
I saw them
And,
at like 4 a.m. I was like, are people cleaning already?
Super cool. It's really
Like,
cool.
I was like, whoa, that's
Yeah.
so
Quick.
cool.
I
Yeah.
know. I was really impressed. I was out one Halloween weekend, not on Halloween day. I was out a little bit on Halloween day, but Halloween weekend. And yeah, first thing in the morning, like 4 a.m., there were people just picking up trash. I didn't see the ninjas picking up
I
trash,
haven't seen it. Just...
but regular people would just come with their like
Yeah.
bags and their little picker-uppy things.
Yeah.
Are you going to be in Tokyo for New Year's?
I will be. So I'm going to the UK for Christmas, but then back to Japan for New Year's. And
That's awesome.
kind of in contrast to the stuff that you do in Tokyo, I'll probably be going back to Kamakura and doing a New Year's countdown in a temple or shrine there,
Oh wow.
Oh,
which is
that's
wow.
awesome.
it's kind of like what the other half do. It's got an interesting divide.
Right. That's actually kind of the more correct way to how you would spend New Year's in Japan. Like basically it wasn't all about, Japan has never been all about partying on New Year's Eve or day. It's usually spent with your family at home is the most standard way. So you kind of like go visit your grandparents, hang out with your mom or dad, eat soba at midnight. Did you guys know about that?
Nope.
No.
Teach me.
No, you didn't know that?
I like to learn about these things. Seriously.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Well, you
Whenever, like
gotta-
all of them, I'm like, I'm curious. I don't
You
know.
gotta do it this New Year's then. There's something called toshikoshi soba. Can you say that?
Is it like Fuji soba at the corner of Shibuya and whatever that is?
It doesn't matter what soba you eat, actually.
Toshikoshi soba.
Toshikoshi soba.
Toshikoshi soba.
Yes.
Okay.
It means to pass the new year. So it means to change the year. That's toshikosu,
Oh.
to go past this year to the next year. So you eat soba at midnight, and then, I don't know, it's just like how you transition into the new year.
So the
Interesting.
Mhm.
Yeah,
That's cool.
I don't know how true this is, but I heard from someone that the length of the soba, it's kind of like it lengthens your life or gives you good health or something along those lines. So
I think that's
it's
right.
quite a
In China, they do
common
that for
tradition.
birthdays. But I don't know about.
Japan.
Yeah, I don't know about this. Maybe it's some similar type of thing. But I don't know. I don't want
They...
to appropriate. I don't want to get in trouble. I'm just like, anyways.
You're fine. You're fine. We can all speculate. I don't think any of us know for certain, but I think a lot of the foods at New Year's in Japan have a meaning. So I think having like long noodles is supposed to be like a positive thing for the new year.
Yeah.
Means probably longevity. So to a new
cool.
year, another year in your life. And also the more important day in Japan is New Year's Day, not the eve.
Yep.
So the day you spend it with your family, usually if you have family in Japan, and you would eat something called osechi. Do you know what osechi is?
No.
No, really?
No.
Oh man, so much to discover this
Yeah.
year. Have
Bring
you
it on.
tried it?
I think so. Yeah. It's what is it? It's like the tiered box, and it's full of like fish and rice and various things that I don't really
All
like.
kinds of things. I'm not a big fan
I'm
either.
not a big
I'm not
fan,
gonna
no.
lie. But it's interesting in that they're super expensive actually. If you buy the tiered boxes, they're in like wooden boxes. There's usually like 3 tiers.
Oh, I've seen that in dramas.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, and like little tiny compartments for everything. Each food is supposed to have a meaning as well, but it's all expensive and really high quality, and that's what you eat for like lunch or dinner, New Year's Day. So you might as well try it if you guys are gonna be
Yeah.
here, but you're not gonna be here maybe.
I'm not going to be here. I'll be in Las Vegas visiting my family on New Year's, so it should be a lot of fun.
It's gonna be fun too, but not Japan.
That'd be
Yeah,
so
not
fun.
Japan though. I'll come back next year.
I'm really
Wait.
jealous because I haven't been back to Canada for like 9 years.
No way.
For the winter.
Oh, okay. You've
Right,
been
huh.
back to Canada then.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
just not like for New Year's.
Not
or
New
something.
Year's or Christmas.
Oh, okay.
So I miss that because they
Yeah.
have fireworks, I think, at midnight.
Oh,
Do they do that in
In
LA?
America? Yeah.
Or are you from LA?
Yeah, I'm from LA.
Okay, good.
Mhm.
Just making sure.
Yeah, we're from LA.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I miss the fireworks.
Yeah. They don't do fireworks in Japan?
Oh,
Wow.
No.
That's shocking.
right?
Yeah.
They do fireworks for everything else.
Yeah, they do fireworks for
I know.
everything else.
Fireworks all
I would
year
think
round,
They do it for
Not
New
at New Year's.
Wow, yeah, I
Everything
think
but.
the normal thing is to do fireworks and like watch the countdown on TV
Yeah,
and have a party maybe or something.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
In Japan, they just watch the something called kohaku, which is like
Yes.
it's the New Year's TV program that's broadcast like all
Oh,
evening.
okay.
Yeah.
And then they'll do their countdown kind of on TV, and you just watch that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
same kind of thing.
Yes.
Mhm.
So I haven't been doing the traditional New Year's. Every year I try to go out and just in spirit of like Western New Year's, I kind of go out and try to celebrate. So
Yeah.
every year I've tried to do something different.
Oh.
And I did go hunting for fireworks one year.
Oh, I thought you meant like hunting.
I thought you
Take down
hunting for New Year.
Yeah. Antelope
I
over
thought
there.
you
I'd
meant
go back.
hunting's like searching.
No,
Oh
I'm
my
not quite that
gosh.
well. Not quite that well. Although I did climb Mount Takao one New Year's
That's
Eve.
cool.
Yes.
You climbed it on the eve and
Yes.
spent the New Year's at the top.
Wow, were you with friends?
With friends.
Okay,
Yeah, I wouldn't do it
okay.
alone. Climb a mountain on my own in the dark.
dark.
No, we climbed with friends. We actually did the New Year's in the city, the countdown in the city, and then we climbed it. We went all the way to Takao an hour out after that.
Right.
Climbed it around like
Wow.
1 a.m. or something,
Mhm.
2 a.m. And then we caught the sunrise at the top of the mountain.
That's pretty cool.
Actually, that's another thing that's it's kind of like quite important as well. Seeing the first sunrise of the year, you like spending New Year's with Japanese friends and things.
Mhm.
I've seen them all wake up bright and early,
Yeah.
even though they've been up until like 1 or 2 a.m. at the temples or
Well, I'll be up all
partying
right.
or whatever.
I won't be sleeping.
Yeah, I wouldn't even go to sleep.
You'll catch that sunrise.
I'll be
Yeah, they get up bright and early in the morning and watch the sunrise.
That's a thing, I know. I don't know why it's so popular in Japan. I mean, I guess it's just significant because it's the first day of the year, and that's the important day. So to see the sunrise, that's the start of the new year. But have you guys had any cool New Year's things that you've done so far in Japan?
I think both years I've been in Japan, I've actually visited Kamakura, and I've not gone to the main Tsurugaoka shrine. I've been to like a smaller shrine there, and actually 2 years in a row I visited there at night. You receive the like your fortune for the year, and you get a little charm as well that goes along with it.
Right.
Stays in my pocket all the time.
Nice.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's just kind of a nice way to spend New Year, and it's just like I've done New Year's in the UK obviously for 20 something years, and actually doing it in Japan, that's something completely different. It's,
So different.
Yeah.
But that also makes me wonder, like, which do you actually prefer more? Do you prefer New Year's here? It's kind of peaceful and spiritual, versus probably back home it's like a big party.
It is, but I suppose in the UK or in America or wherever, Christmas is probably the bigger thing compared to New Year's.
True.
Yeah,
that is true.
And that just passed, so people are like kind of winding down.
Yeah.
Exactly, people are kind of coming to the end of their holidays, they're getting ready for work again. But actually in Japan, where things are like, it's a much bigger deal than Christmas in itself.
Really?
Yeah.
I'd prefer New Year's in Japan, I guess.
Really?
Yeah.
Just because you kind of like that toned down atmosphere?
Yeah,
a little bit
yeah,
more?
yeah.
How long have you been in Japan? Have you been spending New Year's here?
Yeah, so just
A few
about a year and a
times?
half. And
Okay.
last year, it was my first year. And yeah, it was just it was interesting. I didn't really, actually the whole spiritual part about it, I remember like waking up the next afternoon because I was kind of probably like, probably hungover last year. But I saw all
Quite
the
likely.
families and people posting stories with their families and like doing stuff, and I was actually like thinking about like that part of it. I actually wish I could do that. Like this year, I kind of already have the idea that I'm gonna be back out like I was last year in Shibuya, but that
Right.
seems like another cool contrast what
Yeah.
I'm gonna do.
That is true.
Yeah.
It's not something that you can really experience that easily
Yeah.
if you don't have family here, is
You
the
gotta have
thing.
some.
Like, it's that really traditional New Year's way.
Mhm.
So I mean, but it's fun to be out and just like partying as well.
I don't know. Last year was kind of crazy.
What happened last year?
I mean,
I want to hear the stories.
Tell us. Tell us.
From what I could remember,
Oh, man.
nothing happened. Not saying.
Oh, man.
No, it was a pretty normal night. I mean, I met like I went outside. I was live streaming like I was last year. Pretty much all the time going out when I was outside, and it started off with me just by myself, maybe grabbing a drink and just going out and saying happy New Year to everybody I could, practicing my Japanese that I was just learning.
Oh,
That's nice.
Yeah. And then like some friends found me, and we just had some drinks together, and then it ended up being us finding some new Japanese friends that were drinking. They wanted like kind of combine groups.
That's awesome.
And then it just ended up, we all went to the countdown, and it's just basically just drinking all night, meeting other people, and like everyone just has like the same feeling of kind of being, I don't know, everyone was very open and inviting, and everyone was happy, and besides all like thinking about like drunk people in the streets, in Japan's a lot different. It's honestly, I mean, it can get a little funny, a little outrageous sometimes, but for the most part, like it's pretty like. I don't know. It's not that big of a deal. Like when I think about it, and like people are pretty respectful, and people know what they're doing in a good way, and just had a good time, kind of just roaming the streets. And for me, I love to meet people,
That's
just
cool.
kind of like locals, and kind of see what they would do, what their feeling is towards New Year's, and just kind of understand how they are. And so this year I'll probably do the same. But that's pretty much it. I mean, it's just you can say it was a drunken night out like on the streets, but honestly, it was a lot more to that, like having experiences with random people, but also with my friends, and just kind of enjoying the time together, and going around and being drunk and saying like, "Oh, Happy New Year," and like everyone says it back, and it's just kind of like a fun
that's
way
so
to.
nice.
It's like spreading like Christmas cheer, but not Christmas because it's not
Right.
as big, but like New Year's cheer. 'Cause
it's akemashite omedetou.
I forgot. I gotta relearn it this year.
You gotta remember
gotta
that
brush
phrase
up.
this year.
I gotta brush up on a lot of my stuff. So.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, akemashite omedetou would be how you would say Happy New Year. Or if you want to be polite, akemashite omedetou gozaimasu. Yes.
Or if
That
you want to
would
be a ninja, you can say "de gozaru."
Degozaru. Oh, yeah, you could say that.
Ninja style.
Akemashite degozaru.
Yeah, I said that to my teachers.
And do people say ake ome too?
That's what I
Akiome
meant.
is the slang.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I said. There you go.
Okay, yeah. I was like, wait, someone
Akiome.
said something else to me.
There you
Like
go.
people were texting me or like commenting on my pictures about that, saying that last year.
That's a good one.
Nice.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
like what
Akiome.
all young Japanese people would be saying to
Yes.
each other.
Yeah,
Akiome.
friends to friends.
And also you say kotoyoro, which is kotoshi, short for kotoshi mo yoroshiku onegai shimasu, which means like,
This year.
oh, that's
too?
hard to translate.
Yeah.
It's like, yoroshiku onegai shimasu means like, it's untranslatable
means, like,
actually.
I think it means like good
you say it in
vibes.
so many ways.
hopefully.
So many ways.
Yeah.
Yoroshiku onegai shimasu is like to provide, to give your regards or like something, or
Yeah.
wish to maybe work with them in the future or continue to be friends with them in the future. You might
Yeah.
say yoroshiku onegai shimasu to keep that friendly
Yeah.
rapport maybe.
One of the translations I have heard is kind of like treat me well or best wishes or
Yeah.
but it has so much more meaning than just that.
It's
It,
just
yeah,
so
that
different.
doesn't really
It doesn't.
convey everything at
Yeah.
all. Like for when you're about to do a job with someone, that's a must-have phrase. It's like kyo yoroshiku onegai shimasu,
Yeah.
and they'll be like yoroshiku onegai shimasu.
And I've even heard people like when they just start dating, like when they ask each other out, they say that too. Like
Damn.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, on Tara's house.
Oh,
I
they
love
do
Tara's
say
house.
that. Yeah.
Yo, Lauren
They're
Ty,
like,
shout out.
I mean, hey. I love Tara's house.
Yeah, I've been watching it too, actually.
Yeah.
You learn a lot about the dating culture from that show.
Yeah.
Man,
For
but yeah,
sure.
you use it for everything.
Sorry, what?
Scripted.
I didn't say that. Stop.
Yeah. But they use it in so many different ways. And even when you get married,
Mm.
it seems really formal to say something like that, but
does.
that is kind of the traditional way.
Mhm.
Like to continue your good rapport together
Yeah.
in the future.
What was it? これからもよろしくお願いします.
Exactly. これからもよろしくお願いします. Or if it's in the new year, 今年も this year, よろしくお願いします as well. So to make it short, ことよろ.
ことよろ。
あ
あきおめことよろ.
ことよろ。
あきおめことよろ. Those are the like 4 syllables that you need.
Jake's checklist.
Yes.
There goes
Check.
my monthly learning. My Japanese isn't that bad. I'm just like, I gotta pretend it's fine.
It helps with probably the streaming. Makes
Yeah.
people more ready to like approach you.
No, yeah.
I wanted to ask you though, so since we're heading into the new year, it's time for us to think about our like resolutions for the new year, I think, and our plans for next year. Do you guys usually set goals every year? I know that I like to. I don't always meet them, but I like to have a general idea of like what I want to accomplish in the year. Do you guys do that too?
I feel like I normally try to. Like every year I'm like, okay, I'm gonna make a New Year's resolution, but then I never end up doing it. Like
Really?
usually, except for this year, I actually did it. I said that I wanted to go to 3 places I've already been and then 3 places I hadn't been before. And I've been to 3 places I've already been, Vegas, Seattle, and Japan. And then new places were Osaka and Mexico.
Mexico.
And I want to go to one more new place if I have time, but I just wanted to set something kind of easy to do so that I don't have this like super high expectation, you know? So I feel like I accomplished it, so that was good.
That's
Yeah.
good. It's nice to feel like you were able to at least meet your goals.
Yeah.
Even if you keep it like really reachable goals, that's kind of a nice thing to feel like,
Yeah.
well, I've done something this year.
Like I'm like,
It
at least
wasn't-
I did it. I said it
Yeah.
last year. I mean, I kind of got all the way through it.
That's the important thing.
Have
I
anything for
think.
next year?
Yeah.
For next year, I want to make some type of schedule for my YouTube channel because last
That's a
year
good
I
thing.
was in school pretty much the whole time up until like November 16th.
Mhm.
And so I've always been in school this entire time I've been doing YouTube, and I never really had like a schedule. It was always like pretty random.
Right.
Like I'd just be like, I'll try to do every week or maybe every 2 weeks or once a month. It just depended on what was going on. But this year, since I'll pretty much just be doing YouTube or possibly working, I want to kind of have like some type of schedule that I follow, maybe like do at least 4 videos a month or something.
Right.
Yeah.
That's a good goal.
Just so I can, I mean, I want to do more, of course, but I mean, maybe if I just say, let's just try to do 4 a month,
right.
I can just try to do that somewhere within every month.
Makes sense. Yeah. That's a good goal. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely to like keep a really regular upload schedule.
Yeah.
I know that I don't do that. I mean, like I once had a goal to start my own channel, which is kind of there. It's there, but
like,
there's
wait, you
nothing
have
on
one.
it. There's nothing on it. So I was thinking my goal for this year, which was kind of my goal for this year.
Continuation of the goal.
Continuation of the goal is maybe get it actually started. Like post something.
Don't maybe, do it.
Do it.
You can do it.
I'm gonna do it. Just do it. Just do it.
That old meme? Alright, sorry, my bad.
It's all right. You can recycle memes. It's
Alright,
okay. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna start, and like, it doesn't have to be anything big. I could probably just post like little things, but maybe once a month.
That's a good goal.
That's a good goal.
Because I feel like you can do it.
It's doable.
Yeah.
It's tricky though, because I do other work too. Like, I'm not a YouTuber usually.
Yeah.
I love doing Tokyo Creative Talk, but it's not like it wasn't my main thing. So it's hard to find time to So, but that'll be a thing. So I'll try and make it maybe once a month.
Yeah.
And please subscribe if I do. If I do, I'll let you know if I do.
Yeah.
What about you though? Are you going to be planning anything for next year?
So I don't usually set New Year's resolutions as such, but one of the things I did say last year was I kind of wanted a bit more kind of stability. Previously I was living in a share house only, and I've now got my own place in Japan, so I guess that kind of counts towards it.
Definitely.
But I think this year, I don't know, I'm still young, but kind of look after myself a little bit more. Get sleep at a sensible time at night.
Oh, I need to do that.
That's my thing too.
I need to take care of myself.
Me too.
And like make sure I like eat more food and like sleep enough.
Yes.
And like think, you know?
Yes.
Think about what I need to do.
Adulting is
Adulting, basically.
It's hard.
Being
It's
an
hard.
adult.
Yeah, it is hard.
It's a continuous work in progress, really.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
That's a good one.
I think maybe all of us
We're
can
gonna
work on-
combine all of our
Yeah.
resolutions
Yeah.
more
Stole
uploads.
mine.
Sleep better at a more reasonable time. It's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you?
Actually, probably similar, but maybe more specific is like I feel like I used to be pretty healthy and like take care of myself, but like for the past year and almost a half, I've been doing this live streaming thing, and it came on so fast, and it's like I've literally for the past year and a half, like since I got here, is just stream and sleep. Like haven't really had any personal time, and like it's kind of weird. It's good because I love to go out and explore. Now that I've been here for a year though, and things I'm doing are kind of like streamlined a little bit, and just finding a balance. For me, it's like and this year like I already started to do that when I try to sleep a little earlier, change my schedule. But last year I was out like 4 days a week, at night, and like staying out a lot, like stuff like that, because there's honestly a lot of crazy stuff going on. I was always like just engaged and ready to do it, but next year just balance between what I do with like my streaming stuff and my real life, which is just like taking care of myself, waking up at a decent hour, going back to the gym again. Like I think that's a lot of people say stuff like go to the gym and blah blah blah, and I agree. It's always good to try and better yourself, but get myself back into a routine where I'm balancing out what I do with live streaming and all that stuff and my real life, because right now it's just that.
Your life is like all streaming.
Yeah, it took me like summertime. I realized it. Summertime, I was like super tired and like slowly realizing like, damn, I haven't like had a normal day to myself in 8 months. Like it's kind of crazy.
No way.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I just streamed before this. Like every day, it's like.
Wow, you are
That's
dedicated
amazing. I wanna
to
be like that.
your viewers. That is so cool, though.
Yeah,
It seems
get on
amazing
that.
fun, but just how do you come up with things to say
I just
24 hours a day?
I just go outside and like there's
like
always something to
normal.
do, especially in Tokyo. Like if I'm in some smaller area, I can find something, but there's always something to do, always someone to meet. So I mean, it's kind of getting off topic, but that's like I figure if I go outside, there's always something new outside, or there's always somebody new I can talk to or something like that. And
Right.
I don't really plan much. I don't schedule much. I just kind of just go out and turn it on and hope for the best.
That's amazing. It's amazing that you can make it work by just doing that, though.
It's really weird.
'Cause-
It's kind of weird. you gotta watch my streams. They're a little weird.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry.
I
off
want
the
to
topic.
watch. I'll start watching. I feel bad that I'm not watching already, but I really, literally
Don't watch. please.
haven't done any
Next.
Twitch things
If you watch
before.
next week, you
get on
probably don't want to
Twitch.
sit over there.
Are you serious? No, I'm sure
That's
that's not true.
No, that's good.
This is probably a good place for us to wrap up. That was kind of our take on New Year's
I
Eve.
almost spit that out.
I mean, like, actually, it was really cool to hear what John said about like the contrast for what I'm used to. Like, for New Year's in Japan, it's like I'm used to Shibuya, crazy night out, countdown, drinking in the streets. You have like actual like family stuff,
Yeah.
cultural things at the temple, I actually am so curious about. I'd love to one day be part of that. Families, if anyone out there in Japan, adopt me, and
Yes.
for one day next year, let's do it, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me too.
We
Me
just
too.
switch over. I'll go to Shibuya.
Yeah.
Yes.
To your line.
Use the
Switch
swap.
places.
I'll give you the camera, dude.
Let's do it.
Perfect.
You guys can both film your experiences, like taking each other's places.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That'll be fun.
That would be cool.
Anyway, hope you guys have a really amazing New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, and we'll be back again at the beginning of the new year. See you guys in the next Tokyo Creative Tea Time. Thanks for joining us, guys.
Thank you.
See ya. Bye, guys.
Bye. Bye.